morning. Good morning. Welcome to our Pod 1 5th grade end of year awards assembly. I'm Scott Hine, principal, and I'm very excited to welcome our students, particularly our parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles here today. Let's get a cheer for that. Yeah, thanks for being here. So I asked my phone last night because I was curious. And I said, how many days has it been since November 11th, 2019? Because that was our Veterans Day program, and that was the last time we've had a couple back to school nights, but this is the last time we've had a program with Parents in the Gym, 918 days ago. So just as principal, our staff, I know we are thrilled that we got the green light to bring you in today. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to come help us celebrate your kids. We've had a lot of success this year. We've had a lot of growth this year. We have some very special awards to give that our teachers have very thoughtfully chosen who has earned those awards. And at Lakeview, we don't always recognize, it's not necessarily that you have the highest grades or the very best behavior or even the very best moment of the year. We're looking for students who have shown something unique, something special. Maybe it's growth in a specific area. Maybe it's shining in a particular subject. And maybe not even with their grades, but with their effort or interest. Something about that student has earned them a very special award today. So we are thrilled to present these awards. And before we do every award, we will announce the meaning of the award, what's it about, and the teachers will also have more to share about their students as well. So our first awards today are the subject area awards. Now, actually, before I do that, I should tell everybody how this is going to work. So teachers will come to the podium. Students, if you get called to the podium, you'll make your way down as best you can and come across with a big smile, because I'm off camera right now. I should be over here, yes. So you're going to be on camera because we're broadcasting. The parents couldn't be here. So have a big smile as you come across. Ms. Conklin will hand you your certificate as your teacher talks about you. So I'm going to want you to stand right here next to your teacher while your teacher talks about your award, okay? Ms. Conklin will hand you your award. Once your teacher's done, you'll walk across. Mrs. Frame and I will happily shake your hand to congratulate you. And then we just want you to stand right over here, and we'll make a little line starting with this blue line. Okay, and we'll just make a line over here. And parents, that's why you're where you're at. Great photo opportunity. So when you're standing here with your certificate, big smile for mom, dad, grandma, whoever's here while you're holding your certificate. And then we'll do another big round of applause for all the students who earned that award at the end of that award. All right, so now let's get to it. Subject awards. These are awards where students have shown outstanding something in that subject. Like I said a moment ago, it could be grades, effort, interest, whatever, something very special that they've accomplished with that subject. So, starting with our subject awards, Miss Godwin.
Okay, so outstanding student. I'm also presenting for Mrs. McCormick because she's on maternity leave with her beautiful baby. So for ELA, that is language arts. In my homeroom, there is Grace Perez. And then for social studies in my homeroom, Tyson Engel. Okay, I know a little bit more about math and science. So, for math in my homeroom, this person shows effort every day, asks for help when they need it, and just produces beautiful work all the time. Haley Shea. And then in science, this person also produces beautiful work, but shows great interest in it, shows that they love it, and it is evident in their effort. That is Dakota Olson. McCormick's class for ELA.
Hold up your certificates. There's a great photo op, and then we'll do your class. Big smiles. Let's do a round of applause.
Okay, now this is McCormick's homeroom. In ELA, I know that this person was chosen because of the effort that they put into their writing, and that's Kylie Martin. And for social studies, this person puts effort into every subject all day, and that is Gavin Carter. Okay, in math, this student loves a challenge, will always choose to do the more difficult thing, and always listens and does the right thing during this subject, Devin Wilson. Okay, and lastly, the science. This one goes to a student who shows me that they love science. They light up when we're talking about science. I'm very proud of this person, Octavio. Up next, Mrs. Dobrinsky will present her subject of history.
Good morning. Can I just say that it has been a joy and honor to have both my classes. So for every parent who's here, I want to say thank you for letting me have your children in my class. And unfortunately, not everyone can get an award, which I told them. I would love to give each and every one of them an award. For my math student in my class, for my this student not only probably can teach better than myself, but he shows effort every single day. He's very good at what he does, very respectful, very ready. So as far as the all of the awards, resilient, ready, relational, he shows all of those. But this student is my math student for this year, and that is Cash Martin. And for Mrs. Rather's class in my math, same thing. This student probably can teach better than myself. Don't tell me that though. So he shows resilience. He is always responsible, respectful, and he is ready. And that student is Denton. My outstanding student in science. Thank you very much. This award goes to Joanne Martin. And for my outstanding student in science for Mrs. Roberts' class, that is Canberry. about it.
Big smile, big smile. Big smile. All about you. Everybody.
All right, I'm going to be presenting my awards for English Language Arts and Social Studies. And so I'm going to start with English Language Arts in my homeroom first off. And for this award, this student did a great job in all aspects of English Language Arts. She was very, very strong in reading. She was very strong in grammar. But where she really shone very brightly was in her writing. I loved reading her stories this year, and she's got just a great future with that. And so I would like to present from my homeroom the award to Leah Hughes. And for Mr. Brinsky's homeroom, I would like to present the English Language Arts Award to a student who actually entered 3 of her pieces that she wrote. Well, 2 of them she wrote for class, and then one she did outside of class to some essay contests. She did a little bit of extra work to do some of that, and in all 3 essay contests that she entered, she won first place in every one of them, and I've never had a student do that. And so I just can't wait to see. I hope that she continues to send me her writing and just lets me read it for my enjoyment. But just a great future in writing. And she will tell you, though, her favorite subject is math. I've tried to kind of encourage her to keep on the writing, and I know she will. But for my English Language Arts Award, that goes to Sarah Stevens. And for social studies, in my homeroom, I can think all the way back to the very beginning of the year when we were getting to know one another in my class. And I can still remember what the student told me on the very first day of school. She said, "I'm going to be president one day." And with her work in social studies, I definitely think she has a great future. She knows the Constitution very, very well, because when we were studying that, I was amazed at how well she did, and she just absorbed all of that. And so my social studies award goes to Brett Ginsell. And for Mr. Brinsky's homeroom, this student kept me on my toes all year long. He asked very in-depth questions, and I was really thankful that I've taught 5th grade social studies for many years. Most of his questions I was able to answer without Google, but I'll be honest, there were a few times I had to go Google what he was asking me because I wasn't sure I was telling him right. And so that award goes to Mr. Cohen himself. So congratulations to my ELA and Social Studies family.
The next 3 awards celebrate growth and achievement in ISIP and Imagine Math. So here at Lakeview and in Yukon as a whole, we use iStations and Imagine Math to track growth and progress. So the first award is going to be from the math teachers, and it'll be the most lessons passed in Imagine Math and most improved quantile score in Imagine Math. and then ELA teachers will present the most growth in ISET. Ms. Godwin will present first.
Okay, so starting with most lessons passed in Imagine Math. For my homeroom, this person did a tremendous amount, and mostly on a 6th grade pathway. And he would ask me questions, and some of the times I was like, I really just have no idea. We need to look up how to do that. I do not teach 6th grade math. So, Tyson Eagle with 100. By the way, he passed 116 lessons. Okay. In Mrs. McCormick's class, this student, we would play games and she would ask to be on Imagine Math or do something else. She just loved pushing herself to the next level. Mrs. Callie Lofty. And then for growth in Imagine Math, so the growth is measured from their very first time that they take it to the last time that we took it a couple weeks ago. So it's just showing improvement and effort what they've learned this year. For my homeroom, I have 2. I have, firstly, Leonardo Perez. And also in my homeroom, this person showed incredible growth, like more than 600 quantile points, which is crazy. Jesus Cervantes. And in McCormick's homeroom, this student not only showed growth in Imagine Math, but just math in general. They really started to believe in themselves and showed amazing growth all around all year, and that is Landon Kennedy. And now Mrs. Tversky will present.
Okay, for my student for the most lessons passed for my homeroom, the student was always wanting to be on Imagine Math. And that student is Joanne Varghese. For Mrs. Rather's homeroom, this student also was constantly wanting to be on Imagine Math, even when we were doing other lessons at times, but he was always engaged, wanting to do the lesson. And let me tell you, when the term comes smarter, I'm not smarter than a 5th grader. I'm going to say sometimes there were times I had to look things up, we would work on things together when he would come to my desk. But he would always wanted to figure out how to solve it and not just give an answer. And that student didn't. For the most growth in my homeroom, so I'm just going to say that this student never gave up. Never gave up. And I love that about him. He always had a smile on his face, and it was always not yet. He didn't get it yet, but he did get it. And I love that about him. And that award goes to Nolan Ritchie. And for the most growth for the student in Mrs. Rather's class, same thing. So, and I appreciate his resilience and working so hard for his growth in Imagine Math, and that is Bentley Watson. And these are my awards for Imagine Math. Mrs. Rather, once again.
So I'm going to give the most growth in ISEP. So in August, or actually September, we took our first reading test. We took one every month, and the two students I'm going to give this award to showed the most growth from September to May. And both of these students showed a lot of growth in vocabulary and reading comprehension on their test, and I'm really incredibly proud of that. It shows me that they are not only paying attention in class and reading, but they're also reading on their own, because that's how they're going to see this kind of growth. So from my homeroom, the student that showed the most growth this year on their reading test in ISEP was Mason Bonilla. And in Ms. Dabrinsky's class, the student with the most growth on the ISEP was Elijah Sweetheart. I'm sorry, it's Sweetheart. I haven't said his last name probably all year. And that's a good thing, because if I say your last name, that probably means you're not behaving. So that's a compliment to you, Elijah Sweetheart. Did I get it? All right. Let's give them a round of applause. Great job. We also need to do Ms. McCormick's most growth in ISEP, and so I'm going to turn it back over to Ms. Godwin.
Okay, in my homeroom, we have Miss Kinsey Rowan. Okay, and in Mrs. McCormick's class, I have August Hayes. Okay, these are our ISEP growth recipients. And this is going to tell us about the next student.
The next award is the Most Improved Award. So teachers were able to choose the criteria that they wanted for the Most Improved Award. So it could be in a subject area, it could be behavior, attendance, just any area of growth. And we will start with Ms. Godwin announcing her Most Improved Award.
Okay, the most improved awards are very special to me. They're not always about grades, like Mrs. Friend was saying. Sometimes it's about effort. Sometimes it's about in the middle of the year when that light bulb comes on and they decide that they're really interested in school. My most improved student in my class has shown me that he is willing to try and never give up, and that is Xavier Hughes. And then in Mrs. McCormick's class, this person showed resiliency every single day. They worked hard on every assignment. They went home, they took things home when they didn't have to, and just showed great improvement all year. And that is Liliana Millspaw. And now Mrs. Dobrinsky will present hers.
Okay, my most improved student for this year, well, I can't say enough about this sweet girl. So, always has a smile on her face, like I said. I think I've already said that once before, but always a smile, always ready to learn, and is always very respectful and never gives up. And that student is Nakona Waldrop. Mrs. Ryder.
And for my most improved student, this is definitely what, I saw in the classroom with his hard work and determination this year to improve in social studies, language arts. I talked to Mr. Brinsky also in math and science. He showed great gains. And just want to give it, his behavior was always great, so he didn't have a lot to improve on there, but just his determination and hard work in the classroom and how much growth that he saw this year in all areas. And so my most improved student goes to Mason Bahia. All right, and we are ready for our next awards, which I'm going to let Mr. Hine introduce in just a minute. Give them a round of applause.
Thank you, Mrs. Rather. I love that. As a principal, it makes me so happy to see our teachers. I know they do this every day. They recognize growth. We say it in our student creed. We say it in our liftoff programs. We always talk about growth. Yes, we celebrate those who might have achieved a pinnacle. Maybe, like we have our most lessons passed in Imagine Math. That is awesome. But I also love celebrating, and I want our students to remember that it does not matter if you didn't have the top of something. If you personally have grown, that is awesome. That's something that's powerful. That's something I always want you to remember. Don't compare yourself to others. Compare yourself to you of yesterday, last week, last month, last year, and you will see the amazing things you're doing. So I love those certificates. That's awesome. Speaking of awesomeness, something we have on our wall right over here is our Miller 5. So we are about to recognize, because at Lakeview, we don't just think it's important to be great academic scholars, we also think it's important to be great citizens. And parents, we haven't had a meeting in here, like I said, in over 900 days, but ready, respectful, responsible, resilient, relational. Pretty much everything good and everything not so good our kids do fits into one of those 5 things. If a student makes a mistake, usually it's, well, we weren't respectful, or we weren't relational, we weren't very nice to somebody, Or if we do something really nice, often you'll hear our teachers and staff saying, oh, that was so relational, that was so respectful, you're so responsible. We always focus on those 5 R's. And today is no different. Our teachers have chosen students in their classes who best exemplify each of those Miller 5 traits. And then, after we do those 5 traits, we have one student who best shows all of them. And that, to me, is the most prestigious award we have today, because that shows that you are a game changer in your classroom. You show what it means to be a great student and citizen all the time. So this is a big one. Students, if you come up here for a certificate, wow, you have really shown your teachers something special. So starting with our character awards, Ms. Godwin.
Thank you. These are very important to me. I love a smart student, but I love a student with good character even more. So, let's get started. With respectful, every single day, this is my home. Every single day, this student is respectful to everyone they see. They are kind to me. They want to tell stories. They are soft-spoken. And just every day show me good character, and that is Parker Skipworth. In my homeroom for responsible, this person exemplifies responsibility. I don't know that they have ever had a missing assignment. I've never had to tell them to do something else, or that they were on the wrong thing, or that they were being too loud. Just an overall amazing, responsible student, and that is Tyson Engel. My Resilient Award goes to a student that really had their light bulb moment in the middle of the year and just was able to really start grasping concepts that were a little bit more difficult at the start and just never gave up, and is now one of my shining stars of math, and that is Riley Perez. My Ready Award, this student comes to school ready every day. Not only are they ready with supplies, but they're ready to be helpful. I can trust them with any task. And not only can I trust them with tasks, they come and they ask me, can I do something for you? What do you need help with? Just always ready to do the right thing and to help out, and that is Trinity Poe. And relational for my class, this person is a leader. They can make a friend with anyone. They can make a friend with a brick wall. They can hold great conversations, and one day they could probably be president. Just a very good friend. Aiden Malcolm. Okay, and that was the 5 R's, and then my overall, someone that shows all of them every single day. They are great academically, they never give up, they are always ready, and just a good friend to everyone they've ever met, even when it's challenging, is Isabella Acosta. Okay, I will present for Mrs. McCormick's homeroom. For Mrs. McCormick's homeroom, starting back over with respectful. This student is kind and also hilarious. I love talking to him every day, and he is kind to everyone that he talks with. That is Isaiah Sanchez. Okay, my responsible student is another one that is always doing the right thing. I've never had to worry about them being on the wrong thing. They always have their work done and just show responsibility every day in the classroom, being a leader, and that is Callie Lofties. Okay, resilient. This resiliency award is similar to the one from my class. They never gave up, and then are now one of my great math leaders in class. That is Landon Kennedy. Okay, my Ready Award goes to someone that comes every day, ready to work hard, and always has a great attitude about every single thing that we do in class. And that is Kimberly. Okay, for relational, this person exemplifies being relational. He is kind and funny and treats everyone with respect, and that is Gavin Carter. My overall Miller 5 is someone that I am very proud of. Not only are they kind all the time, they are constantly doing their work, doing the right thing, they are responsible, very relational, and they stand up for what is right all the time, even when it is hard, and that is Lila Stanley. These are Mrs. McCormick's Miller 5 award recipients. Next, Mrs. Dobrinsky will present.
Showing the Miller 5 is something that we, even at the beginning of the year, try to exemplify every single day. So I didn't have to remind them, I didn't need to go over them, although Mr. Hine and Mrs. Frank did a great job, as did our wonderful counselors each day, by giving lessons on the Miller 5, about talking about the Miller 5. So these 5 awards were hard for me because I can actually say that my class, both classes, did an amazing job of showing that all year long. So these are very special and dear to my heart. So the first one for being respectful, the first award goes to, and I just want to make sure that I have my paper here, goes to this person not only because yes ma'am, no ma'am, what can I do to help you, but also because he likes to always show like his teacher does. So go pose! And that person is Luke Snyder. And he wants to show you, yeah. See? Love it. Being responsible, this person always had her stuff ready for the day, respectful. She showed all of my Miller 5 characteristics each and every day. She always went above and beyond wanted to take her work home if necessary, and was eager to take her work home if she needed to. And that goes to Melanie Castillo. Resiliency, someone who never gives up, who comes to school ready to learn, who always has a smile on her face, and just does an amazing job. And I am so very proud of her. And that award goes to Kirsten Burns. Her readiness, always eager to learn, always has a smile on her face, always is prepared, ready to learn, ready to teach if necessary, and always does an amazing job. I love the sweet girl as well. And my radio award goes to Reagan Stinness. My relational award, let me just tell you, everybody's going to probably know in the class who this is when I say this. I can be teaching and I can look up and I'm going to see this person always doing this to me. I can be at my desk working and I will look up and I will see the student going. I can be teaching at the board and I turn around and she's going. I love her. I love all my students. But for my relational award, who is always wanting to be relational to other people with a smile on her face, that goes to Mackenzie. She said that wasn't supposed to happen, actually. A most improved student for this year that showed Miller 5 each and every day, always had a smile on her face, never gave up, was always willing to do above and beyond to show her growth, not only in iStation, but in Imagine Math. The student is Nikona Waldrop. And these are my Miller 5 awards. Mrs. Rowland.
All right, for my homeroom, we're going to start with the respectful award, and this student showed her respect in many different ways, but the one that I'm going to talk about is how she would just be so helpful every day. After school, she's waiting for the bus. She would pick up trash without being asked. She would take care of my helper for the day the next day, and just look for ways that she could help me in any way. And she did this with such a quiet spirit and without ever being asked. And so my respectful award goes to Ms. Sheely Lakeview. She's also a hugger too every day, so I love that. All right, my next award is the Responsible Award, and this student just always had her work done. It was top notch, just over the top, the best. She always participated in class well. It participated in every class discussion that we had, and just would do anything for anybody. And so my Responsible Award goes to Evelyn Lee. And for my Resilient Award, when I think of resilience, I think of someone who faces challenges, they bounce back, they always try hard in everything they do when they're faced with every challenge. And this student was not only new to our school, she was new to Oklahoma and new to pretty much everything that we did. And she worked harder than any student in my class. Because she, just with her writing and different things, she worked so incredibly hard. And so my Resilient Award goes to Elena Pastor. And my next award is the Ready Award. And this student not only made sure she was ready every time we would switch into different things to go through a transition, she would help her table mates be ready. I would see her with little hand cues telling her to get things out to be ready, and she would be looking at me ready to learn. And so my Ready Award goes to Corey Frazier. And for my Relational Award, I have a very social class, and so this was kind of tough for me because they've all made great friends this year, and we've had a lot of fun in my homeroom this year. But I kind of looked for this award for someone who is kind to everyone and looked for ways to help others be kind, very humble, and just a good friend to everyone, and that was James Bond. And for my Miller 5 Award, this student from the very beginning of the year, she was respectful, responsible, resilient, ready, and relational to everyone. And in her very quiet way, she is just the most well-rounded student that just was so steady throughout the year and just exemplifying all of these traits. And so my Miller 5 Award goes to Olivia DeFrance. So let's give my character award winners a round of applause. Great job, Mike.
First thing I want to say is we have lots of students holding certificates, and I'm very, very proud of you for your accomplishments that you were recognized today. As I said earlier, I also want to recognize students, even if you're not holding a certificate today, if you think back on this year and you know that you made growth in the area, you did your best in the area, maybe this was your best year ever for behavior in the classroom. Maybe it was your best year ever for math. And for you, you know you did better than ever. I'm proud of you, and I want us to applaud all students for their efforts today. You did your very best. And sometimes in life we don't earn a certificate or a trophy for something, but we can feel good inside because we know we did the best we possibly could. Mrs. Dobrinsky, I think, has something she'd like to add. Please do.
Sorry, we had a certificate that was lost, so I want to make sure because I know the parents are here. So this person, as far as I have one more award for the Miller 5, and this person always had a smile on his face, always was ready, always exemplified all 5 characteristics each and every day. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Sweetest ever. I love him, and I'm going to miss him. And that goes to Cannon McIntosh.
Zabrinsky. There we go. Now we've got them all out. Again, parents, thank you so much for joining us today, whether you're here in person or joining us online. One thing our teachers do not take lightly and for granted is your support and all the trust you put in us with the education of your child. It's not easy to have faith in letting a kid out the door and trust that the adults have best interests at heart every day and are giving their very all. But I promise you, this teaching staff just presented these awards. They work as hard as anybody I've ever seen. Been here a long time. We've got a hard-working group of teachers who are dedicated to providing the best possible education. But parents, thank you for your support. We know you help us out a lot at home, following up with things. And so students, let's give our parents a big round of applause. I'd also like to thank Mrs. Frame, our assistant principal, who helped out with all the certificates today. And thank you for this. Mrs. Mann is our 5th grade counselor, and she pours her heart and soul into taking care of these kids. And Ms. Conklin is not our 5th grade counselor, but she will be in 6th grade. We divide our counselors up by alphabet, so she will be seeing some of our 5th graders more as 6th graders next year. And I think you can help as well. And finally, students, I mentioned a minute ago, but how about a hand for those awesome 4 teachers you've got right now? They're amazing. So again, thank you for joining us and helping us celebrate student success. Parents, we do have another assembly coming in shortly, but we do have a few minutes before, as students are heading on the way out, grab them, give them a hug and a kiss, take a picture, have fun. Congratulations, everybody. Have a great day.